Hi, I'm Shine, and this is Divine Shine Tarot with a CelebriTEA reading on Usher. A year after his Super Bowl halftime performance and successful Las Vegas residency, R&B and pop star Usher Raymond still has the attention of many that feel some tea is brewing due to speculation over his history of mentorship at concerning ages with pop star Justin Bieber and Diddy, formerly known as Puffy, who is currently incarcerated awaiting the start of his trial for SA, human trafficking, and Rico charges. Let's do a reading to see what may come for Usher. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. No facts, no truth, just tarot. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, leave me questions or suggestions for readings you'd like to see from me in the future. I'm raising funds to purchase medical equipment, so I appreciate any donations or shiny items you care to give from my Amazon and Etsy list linked below, if you're inspired, but not required. Now, I ask that Spirit step forward to divinely guide my vision and messaging for the CelebriTEA reading on Usher. Let's get started. Spirit, what can you tell me about Usher? What is he experiencing? What can you tell me about Usher's energy or future, Spirit? What's to come for Usher? Let's get some cards out about Usher Raymond IV. Oh, interesting. Got a whole bunch of cards that flew out here. So first we have the Justice card. This could refer to karma or perhaps even a legal case in someone's life. Something to do with balance, justice, fairness. Ooh, 8 of Swords. So this points to someone feeling stuck or trapped in a circumstance that maybe they themselves have kept themselves in. So they may be isolated for not wanting to share the full picture of what exactly they are stuck and trapped in. This also could point to some sort of abuse. Definitely some sort of self-inflicted disharmony there. Then we have the 5 of Swords. And this is about either feeling defeated from a battle or being victorious in a battle, but maybe not in the war. So you're trying to win at all costs, but you may be reflecting, Usher may be reflecting on his actions in some conflict and maybe not feeling too good about it. The Hierophant. So this card is about religion, tradition, groupthink, community. So this could indicate following a group, going along with an existing group or society norm that may have guided some of Usher's life decisions and current career. And then we have the King of Swords, but in reverse. So this is the leader of truth, but in reverse. This indicates someone that may be dishonest and maybe stubborn or using some dishonesty to be manipulative in their leadership. We have the 10 of Swords, but I believe this was in reverse as well. So this is a painful ending that someone does not want for it to end. Someone is resisting the ending of some life cycle, be it a career, a connection with someone. Maybe Usher is at a stage in his life that he is overdue to end one chapter and start a new one, but maybe he's resistant to that change. Maybe he is fearful of letting go of something that may have run his course, and he is working really hard to keep it afloat. We have the High Priestess, and this points to someone needing to trust their intuition, trust their gut. So when I see this card, I usually think of spirituality, of course, our natural intuition as humans, but also something about this card lends itself to needing to not only go within, but also above, especially with this Hierophant card already in the spread. These two cards together give me a sense of something affecting someone on a deeper and more spiritual level, to where they may need to seek guidance from a higher power. And then finally, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates the cycles of life. What goes up must come down. Sometimes you have a season of good karma, sometimes you have a season of bad karma, but either way, it's always temporary. Now, upwards usually means good fortune. It's a good time to take risks. So that's positive. But ultimately, the universe throws you things, and it's not about what is presented to you, it's about how you deal with it. So let's get some clarification on this reading so far. Lots of cards flew out there. Spirit, please clarify the CelebriTEA reading on Usher's energy. Please help clarify the CelebriTEA reading on Usher Raymond III. Let's get some clarification. Oh, something's trying to come out. Spirit, please clarify the CelebriTEA reading on Usher's energy. Let's get some clarification on Usher. Oh, all right. We have several cards here. It might be too many. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords in reverse. There's exhaustion, burnout, restlessness, ready for action, stress, stuck. Noticeably, it's a Libra card. Usher is a Libra, so this may be closely reflective of how he may feel at this time. There's something that may be stressful for him, or this idea of feeling stuck very much aligns with the Eight of Swords that we got earlier in this reading. So he may be really tired of being in a certain situation or relationship or even a contract, something that he wants to get out of, but it's easier said than done. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. This says emotional immaturity, naive, daydreaming, insecurity, irrational, creative blocks. Maybe he has creative blocks at this stage in his career. Maybe he has feelings of insecurity or ambitions that he's dreaming of but not necessarily seeing come to fruition. Or perhaps this is someone in Usher's life that he may be dealing with. We have the Six of Swords, which is about moving on from troubled waters to the clearer waters, but you're still carrying some traumas with you from whatever conflicts you're leaving behind. This says transition, exit, change, move beyond, leaving behind, releasing baggage. So there may be something here that Usher is due to let go of, as this Ten of Swords indicated, but he is having a hard time letting it go, and this card is reinforcing that he needs to leave that baggage, release that baggage, and leave that behind him. Strength card in reverse. This is about self-doubt, weakness, insecurity, low energy, raw emotions, struggle, pride. Maybe, despite Usher having had a really great resurgence in recent years, he may still be struggling with some sense of self-doubt and struggling with his pride around insecurities or fears of maybe his career being in decline at some point. Not necessarily now, but he's been in his industry for so long that he's probably thinking ahead and worried about if he has already peaked or if he still has more highlights to come in his future. Insecurity is repeated on these two cards, Page of Swords and the Strength card in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse, which reflects delays, frustration, panic, slow down, problems ahead, miscommunication. So there may be some delays, setbacks, and obstacles, some delays to something that he has been working towards. Or that could also point to his ambition in his career as an artist, just maybe looking for more accolades, some progress. So delays may be contributing to this feeling of restlessness and ready for action that Usher might feel at this time, where he really wants things to advance in his favor. He may be a bit jaded at this time since he has the Six of Cups in reverse, which is a sense of being affected by one's past in such of a way where they may be a bit cynical. This card says experience, carelessness, unforgiving. Perhaps someone did something that is hard for him to forgive, that is giving him a hard time with his outlook on the future of his career. And then he has the Tower card in reverse, which, similar to the Ten of Swords, points to fear of changes. But there is a chance that he could avert a disaster. Restlessness again, just like the Four of Swords, collapse. So something may be bound to crumble. Something may soon be destroyed, or there may be some reconstruction that Usher is worried about that he maybe wants to try to avoid. But there are some delays in his efforts to progress on something. Let's get another card out. So we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And this once again points to insecurity, financial problems, financial loss, lack of stability, fleeting success, lack of resources, and failure. So at this time, it seems like Usher is really concerned about something with his career that may lead to financial loss or some sort of destruction that he is trying to avoid, something coming to an end that he is resisting. And the current situation that he finds himself in is leading to self-doubt and insecurities, and it's exhausting for him to continue to try to keep that situation alive. Ultimately, he needs to tap in with his intuition and maybe his spirituality to help guide him, because making a change at this time may be favorable for him to get out of what seems to be a rough situation. But with this Justice card in the beginning, and then we have the Tower card down here, this leads me to believe that there may be some potential risk of a legal case brewing that has him nervous about how would it affect his brand, his image, his career, the legacy that he has worked so many years to build, and especially the finances. How is this going to affect his money, the money that he's looking to leave for his family? The Ten of Pentacles specifically speaks on legacy. So upside down, you're thinking of how is this going to affect family and legacy. He needs to find his strength at this time. I was going to stop the reading here, but something told me to pull a few more. Oh, okay. So we have the Devil card, which indicates some addictions, some temptations, the shadow self, restrictions, lust, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, toxicity. So this is definitely pointing towards some sort of bad habits or bad influence in Usher's life, or Usher's shadow self may have done some unsavory things in the past. And then we also got the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is about revelations, freedom, being caught, punishment, rethinking approach. Maybe someone in Usher's life has done something that they may see consequences for, or maybe Usher himself may be reflecting upon his own actions and wondering if it could lead to some consequences, perhaps thinking about how could that affect his freedom. Yeah, so these cards, after starting this reading with the Justice card and having this Eight of Swords and this Tower moment, strongly indicates that there may have been something unsavory that happened in Usher's past, and now he's rethinking the approach or the potential consequences, reevaluating the situation. There could be some revelation that may have Usher concerned about his freedom. So I spread the cards out to get a better overview in this Usher reading. So the first card that came out was the Justice card, which indicates there may indeed be some legal case on Usher's mind at this time. He has felt stuck or trapped in some situation, be it with a person or an entity, and it may have led to some sort of isolation because there are elements that he doesn't want to disclose out of guilt, out of shame, something that he participated in or kept himself in that has been to his detriment, and he is reflecting upon his role in the conflict that he found himself in because he was going along with the herd, or basically following the norms of the industry that he's in. But this Ten of Swords indicates it is overdue for him to sever ties with that, and he has been resistant. He has been fearful of that change. He has tried to work really hard to maintain his position in the industry and continue to grow from that against the indicators of fate. As we see here in the Wheel of Fortune, fate and spirituality, or at the very least intuition, is trying to guide Usher to change his standing in something, likely his industry, or to make a decision about impacting a case, releasing himself from something conflictive. But there's someone here that may have been untruthful and dishonest. Some leader that's in Usher's life, maybe even he himself. But this King of Swords in reverse indicates someone that may be manipulative or may have abused their power. I wouldn't be surprised if this reverse King of Swords card is meant to represent Diddy, because the lore is Diddy became the legal guardian and mentor to a concerningly young 13-year-old Usher when he was working on his first album. This could also represent Usher himself, since the air element corresponds to the suit of swords, and Usher, as a Libra, is an air sign. Maybe if this is a leader or mentor that has been in Usher's life, this person may be contributing to the sense of oppression that Usher may feel, and trying to keep his position or his role in the industry going is very exhausting and stressful for him, which naturally would lead to several insecurities with esteem, emotional insecurity, as well as financial insecurity, because if you were going along to get along with your industry to reap the benefits, one would assume if you decide to change your perspective and contributions to that, that you would experience some consequences, which may be part of what Usher is fearful of. He's not ready to let something go, but the Six of Swords indicates that he must leave behind the troubled waters to get on to the calmer waters, despite carrying potential traumas from whatever experiences he's had. And he may be very frustrated at the problems ahead, especially with this Tower card in reverse. There are several cards here indicating fear of change, resistance to moving on, although he needs to, fear of the impact on his legacy and finances, fear and concerns for his freedom. Should something be revealed? Should someone see the consequences of some actions? And with the Six of Cups coming up in reverse, because usually the Six of Cups upright is innocence, nostalgia, gift, reunion, happy memories, childhood. This is a card that usually points to the nostalgia and favorable memories of childhood, but in reverse, this could point to traumas and baggage from someone's past. Or because there is also this Eight of Swords in this reading that could mean abuse, the Devil card as well as the Seven of Swords, this may also indicate child abuse. Not saying that Usher experienced it, not saying that he inflicted that on someone else. This is purely a reading for entertainment purposes only, but it is giving that in this reading. Someone, to Usher's knowledge, may have experienced child abuse. For entertainment purposes only. That's what these cards seem to be saying. No facts, no truth, just tarot. So he is very concerned about how an upcoming legal case may affect his legacy that he has worked so hard to build, his income, and his future, leading to a lot of frustrations, fears, and insecurities as he is reflecting upon maybe some bad influences or bad choices that he may have observed or participated in, and be concerned about things being revealed and how that may possibly affect his freedom. So let's pull some final cards out here for Usher, Spirit. So let's get some final cards out for Usher Raymond, Spirit. What final message can you give us on this Usher Raymond reading? Interesting. These flew right out. Queen of Swords. She is no nonsense. She gets right to the truth. She has strong boundaries and she has clear judgment. Oh my. And then we have this Six of Cups again, which we just spoke about. This is pointing to the nostalgia and joyful feelings around someone's childhood or someone returning to something related to their past and youth, or pointing to childhood in general. Let's see what else we have here. We got the Ten of Pentacles again. So this is reinforcing this card as well, because the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles originally came out in reverse, but now they are coming out upright. So it's indicating that childhood and finances have a big role to play in this reading and possibly in Usher's life at this time, in terms of the things that he's thinking about, or some revelation, some truth coming to light that he may be worried about. Childhood and money, or the past and legacy. The past and legacy, or money, maybe even a money trail, is heavy on Usher's mind at this time. Let's pull another card. We have, the Eight of Swords again that we got earlier on in this reading. Once again, reinforcing the idea of Usher feeling trapped or stuck in something that he may have kept himself in longer than he would have liked, and maybe having feelings of guilt or shame around it, around things that he doesn't want to disclose with anyone. I'll put this here since this is a reinforcing card. Let's pull out a few more cards. Oh, interesting. We have the Nine of Wands, which indicates the perseverance and resilience of someone trying to protect something that they worked hard for, something that they're passionate about. So I would think that this is, again, pointing to Usher's career, that he is trying to keep his brand and image favorable and continue to enjoy the opportunities that his talents and industry connections have afforded him for as long as possible. But this also indicates a level of exhaustion from having to be in this constant state of combat, fighting to keep this dream alive, or this role going. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, usually this points to someone who's a hard worker, who grinds and gets things done, someone who's very reliable. But visually, this could also indicate maybe someone paying someone for something. I'll leave that right there. And then let's pull out a few more. Interesting. So we have the Judgment card, which is another card that indicates some sense of karma, that you will be called to be introspective and reflect upon all that you've done to get you to this point in your life and step into the newer version of you after all of those experiences, after all of that growth. This could also literally mean judgment, like a legal judgment, but this is more so to do with one's spiritual awakening and sort of a new me who dis. It's like you're being called on. You see the flute that this angel has. You're being called on to step into some sort of action or some sort of realization or new version of yourself. So this kind of tracks with the sense that I had earlier on in the reading, that there may be some spiritual elements or calling here for Usher. And then he got the Wheel of Fortune again, which we got earlier on in the reading. Now, the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card are reinforcing again to me this idea of fate being at play. So even though Usher may be trying to avoid this Tower moment, trying to avoid the impacts of a legal case, trying to keep a situation afloat that he maybe should have removed himself from a long time ago, he may still feel or see some consequences, or at the very least, some change from his participation in something that seems to be very much a part of his industry and the things that they believe, the way that they move. So to recap on those final cards, this Queen of Swords indicates that there may be some truth coming to light, perhaps regarding Usher's entanglement in some situation with a person or entity that he's not exactly fully proud of, but that he would perhaps prefer to not be involved in, but he's stuck there somehow. He's trapped, he's entangled somehow. And it may have something to do with childhood or the past, definitely something to do with money and legacy. He's worked really hard to try to keep things working in his favor because there is a passion of his involved, his career, his talent, his singing, his creativity. There may be someone paying somebody for something. Ultimately, the Judgment and Wheel of Fortune card indicate that there is fate at play. So consequences for someone's actions, perhaps in a lawsuit, may be inevitable, but it remains to be seen if that will include Usher or if he is a victim of some circumstance. I hope that he is indeed able to work his way through this challenging time. So that is the CelebriTEA reading on Usher in March 2025. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and mention someone you'd like to see me do a reading for in the future. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button for more of these CelebriTEA and pop culture readings, as well as monthly horoscope readings. I wish you all abundance and opulence. May divine light radiate through your life. Keep shining.